It is Saturday, April 11th, 2026, and you're listening to Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio, AM 1680, Que4.org. I am your host, Thomas Bottoms, bringing your show with no budget, no future, no morals, aiming low for success. Hello, everyone.
Is there a show?
We started.
Success!
Yay! I will be performing at the last Saturday at Second City in June for the Straight with Pride. I will be the gay person. I'll be doing 12 or 15 minutes. That's what I tell all my Johns. Doing 12 or 15 minutes. And and they're like, you owe me 13 more. Anyway,
Moving on.
That's at Second City, 10 p.m. I am working with Steven Springer. He currently does the Early Bird special comedy show at
Laugh
Factory. Thank you. I'm still too young to be in that one. Give me well, I tried to pass for 42 last week. I don't know how well that went. So we'll give me hope. We'll give my young heart hope. So check that out. We also have a website, Bottoms of the Barrel, bottomsofthebarrel.com. And if you click on the click here, it will take you to our YouTube page, and you can listen to previous episodes, which is fun to do if you're just driving in your car, listening to work. We do follow FCC rules, so you won't have to have anyone turn on you going, what they talking about? What is that about? So we're doing that. How are you doing, Mikey Chip?
I'm here. I got a pimple forming, and I'm annoyed by that.
You know, Mikey, we need to have this out now. As being with a partner who you know has blatant acne breakouts, who's had bad skin since the 5th grade. Blessedly, no marks, because I popped a pimple once and it bled and I didn't like it. And I'm like, no, don't do that. And other people pop their pimples and then it's like leaves scars. So I don't do that. I just work my way through. And Janelle's downstairs. So I just work my way through and go from there. So Mikey, how do you feel shaming me? And do you know that maybe because you have your long hair now, to again flaunt it in front of my bald hair?
I am not shaming you. I am just making note that I have a pimple forming, and it's uncomfortable.
Now, Mikey Chip, I have noticed that you've left the room a couple times when I start watching things like the Poly Experience, a Detroit-based dating show, kind of like The Bachelor, but the one guy gets to choose 2 girls out of 5 girls, and they'll get to decide who they end up with. Why did you feel the need to leave that?
'Cause it was ratchet, and I know what Detroit ratchet's gonna be, and I didn't need to be in the room for that. I've seen that before.
So Mikey Chip, I love the moment where the man finally came down with his facial tattoos and looked at the 5 women and it's like, oh, all you ladies look good. And her first words out of her mouth was, who looks better? Who looks better? And he's like, you all look good. Who looks better? It was a argument. It was a fight. It was vicious.
Who eats first? Who eats first?
And I remember watching that from like I Love New York the first time, and then the receptionist at my company was the only black person who worked for that company, and I had to go up to her for I Love New York. Who eats first? Like, is this a cultural thing I don't know about? Like, if there's one hamburger and 4 of you, you cut it in fourths. You don't just decide to nod how much you want.
But this is Tiffany New York Pollard, like,
and her mama.
Like,
who eats first?
You don't go by. They are in their own little special category of special people.
Now, Mikey Chip, we did have a moment recently of who eats first. Is that whenever I grab something for myself, I usually grab 2, so you get 1. But there was I think last week you bought yourself a yogurt parfait, and you just bought yourself a yogurt parfait.
I think my goal was to share.
As you walked away with it with 1 spoon, knowing I was asleep.
Well, I got hungry.
All right.
And we were out of yogurt, so.
we'll stop the fight. Now, we've got returning guest Ron Bloom. Now, you've got a lot of things coming up. Let's see. We've got on April 29th, we have your Wednesday night comedy showdown, and that's hosted by Breadcrumbs. Bread X Crumbs? Is it
Breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. Okay, it's Bread X Crumb Z. 2 teams compete. Audience decides the winner. And this month is Team Cat Lady with Kat Diaz and Rachel Marsh. Isn't it just amazing she's named Cat? Versus Team Dog People with Tony Castro and Christian Henningsmeyer with guests Jack Ski, Gio Johnson, Gemini the Savage. That's April 29th at My Buddies, 9 p.m., 4416 North Clark Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60640. And by the way, he has these amazing flyers, so that's why I'm able to read this all. And it's RSVP at www.mybuddieschicago.com. So tell us about this show, because I know last time you were Dad Bod versus Jim Bod, and was nipple showed.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me. I love being here. So, this is our new monthly show. It's the last Wednesday of every month. My Buddy's just an amazing venue. They're very receptive to all. They have a full bar and a as you can see, they have a food menu. So, this one, the audience gets to decide who gets more money at the end of the night. So 2 teams compete, but and they go back and forth too. They do their sets, but they kind of roast each other while they're doing it. So it's fun for all.
Very exciting. And then on April 17th, you're doing the Queens of Laughter, also at My Buddies. That's April 17th, 7 p.m. As seen on Abbott Elementary, Poker Face, Peacock, and HBO Max. Is that the headliner?
Yes. Yeah.
Marcela Aguelo.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Yeah. And you've got host Dana Norris, who will be joining us later this episode, and then guests featuring Breadcrumbs. So she's going to perform before she hosts on the 29th. Janelle Moore, who we'll get to you soon. Thank you so much for showing up. And I love your Billie Holiday flower in your hair. So I don't know if that's Billie Holiday or just a flower in your hair. I don't know. Are you going to San Francisco, wear a flower in your hair? I'm sorry, Janelle Moore. We'll get to you. We've got Tina Yokana, Emily Ogle. And that's, again, My Buddies, 4416 North Clark Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60640. And yours, VP at www.mybuddies.chicago.com. MYBUDDYSCHICAGO.
Yes.
And will you also be performing these nights? Are you doing more of a producer round?
I'm just producing both of these shows. I'm just going to enjoy a great show because it was amazing. This Queens of Laughter, Marcella happened to be in town. She worked with us. She was one of our judges on our Laugh Madness this year, and I reached out, and she said she'd be here that night. So it's going to be amazing. And the rest of the lineup came together. Janelle, she's usually busy, but she said, I'm going to drop everything and I'm gonna jump on your show. So we're very fortunate. So
very cool. And do you have anything else coming up, or where can we find you?
That's it. I mean, you can go to my Instagram at r.bloom_. Productions. We were actually, Breadcrumbs and I, we were on WGN yesterday morning on the television. We're doing this amazing radio spot today. But that's basically these 2 shows. That's what I'm looking forward to, and that's what I'm working on. So.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. Keep at it. You're great. Now, Mikey Chip, you're also a fan of Abbott Elementary. Do you recognize Marcella?
Yeah, she was on the school board.
Oh.
She was the therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, she's the one who constantly closes the door on everyone because she doesn't want to talk to them?
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. Very cool. And now someone who said she was going to drop everything and be there. Now, hopefully that was a figurative and not literally like you're holding a child. It's like, oh, I'm excited. And boom, child hits the ground, or you break dishes or anything. We've got Janelle Moore. Tell us about yourself, Janelle. What's going on in your world?
Oh, lots of good stuff. Thanks for asking. So I've been doing comedy now for 4 years, and I host a monthly workshop at the Crib Comedy Play Space. Check that out as a hot, fresh spot. But it's all for beginning comics, because I remember, like myself, when I was coming up, I was broke, like any other comedian. And so it's free. Anyone is welcome to join. It's always every third Sunday of the month. This one will be extra awesome because it's going to be my birthday.
Yay!
Yep.
Third Sunday of the month. The Crib, and where's that located at?
Absolutely. It's 2715 West Madison Street. So, yeah, come on through. It's an awesome time. And I also produce shows as well. Next one I'll be doing will be one for Father's Day.
Oh, nice. That's in June, I believe.
That's
yes.
right.
Yes. Now, Janelle Moore, don't feel too obligated, but I always like to ask this question of so you don't have to give your age, but who was president when you graduated high school, and who was president when you were born?
That's you making me think too hard on a Saturday. So I'm gonna just get the age. It's cool. I'm about to be 41.
Congratulations! Yay! Last week I said I was 42 and no one believed me, but congratulations, 41. Oh, wow. Doing anything special? Well, you're doing The Crib. You're doing your comedy space.
Yep,
Thank you.
that's right.
Now, how do you describe your comedy, and how have you grown over the past 4 years, if you're okay with me asking?
Oh, no. I'm a comedian. We always overshare. There are no boundaries with this. It's all good. I do mostly observational comedy as well as a bit of self-deprivation, because if you can't laugh at yourself, how are you going to get through life? Yeah, so that's pretty much my approach to my comedic process. Things like that, like I mentioned before, I've been doing it about 4 years. My mom, and so that's how I got started. I just literally need an opportunity to let my hair down. So, here I am on this show, and hopefully connecting with other moms out there who are just losing it. You don't have to, though. I do it for you.
You'll lose it. Now, something not to toot my own horn, when I started comedy, I thought I was going to be like dateless, high-strung, and neurotic was going to be my personality, only to find out when I went to like the open mics and saw the people around me is like, oh, I can't. I have to cut off the ugly jokes. I have to cut off the hygiene jokes. I have to, and I've since evolved into being a little bit more blunt and bitchy and observational humor, where I show a mirror to the world and I see what I see.
Facts.
Let me tell you what I done see. So that's great, and we're ready for our first song.
Yeah.
We'll get the traffic rolling. We are going back. I had to think of a song, and I thought originally of Bjork's Army of Me, but we've played that before, so I didn't want to do repeats. And when you see my CD cases, you'll see little sticky notes, and I need to get the project of what songs have we played over the past 10 plus years, and that'll give me a good 4 months of things to do. So we're going back to 1981. Her first solo track, because Blondie was a band, only got to number 43 on Billboard from her debut album Cuckoo. We have Debbie Harry with Backfired.
In my life to test me, your diplomatic drag depressed me. The glitter in your eyes undressed me. You were party slick, really thick, wasting time, dropping lines like I could get you into movies. But we wound up at Hojo's for hamburgers to go. Backfired. Your plan backfired. Backfired. My man, your plan backfired in your face. To steal my mind was your objective. The way you spoke was too aggressive. The silly jokes were not impressive. Like a
on, my little lady, don't shoot me down. I got strong connections all over town.
Just drop to a dead stop. Backfire. Your plan. Backfire. Backfire. My man, your plan. Backfire. You were party slick, really thick, wasting time, driving lines. Backfire. Traveling, seldom met a bomb off the street, don't regret. Backfire. Backfire. Your plan. Backfire. Couldn't work out, no. Backfire. My man, your plan. Backfire in your face. It backfired. Backfire. Your plan just backfire. No, it couldn't work out. Backfire. Better get a new line and try it again. Slick performance on demand. Backfire. Better back up fast and head out west. You may still collect. Backfire. It backfired. Your plan. Backfired. Too bad. Backfired. My man, your plan. Backfired.
Come here, my little dear. I got what it takes. Give me just what I want. Now I'll give you a break.
So don't slip on your lips cause you're talking so fast. Buying for first, crying for
Well,
last.
come on, my little lady, don't shoot me down. I got strong connections all over town.
Just drop to a dead stop.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Q4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Q4 Radio.
And that was Backfired by Debbie Harry off her 1981 album Cuckoo. Got to number 43 on Billboard. I'm a Blondie fan, so I always have a soft spot for Debbie Harry's solo numbers. That's Nile Rodgers on the bass. I think we could all recognize that. And then B. Edwards. So this was Chic who wrote the song. And the music itself's very good. I wondered if I wanted to play the dance version, but here we are. He keeps hitting on her, and the whole thing's like, you really have no game. We got hamburgers to go. It's not working. And Debbie Harry's rapping a lot, and the raps are kind of silly. And while she was good on Rapture, and she's good on No Exit with Coolio back in 1999, rapping was not her forte. And at some point I have to kind of say, like, this song's a bit of a mess. That parts of it I really enjoyed, and I can't decide if it's a weak yay, a high meh, because it did make an impact, so I don't want to give it it existed, meh. And it wasn't negative, so I'm going to lead with question mark. I might have to revisit this album again, and I'll be undecided. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh?
Okay, I'm going to give it a meh specifically because as I'm sitting here and I'm running the song, around the 2-minute 49-second mark, that song was about done.
Yes. Yeah.
The problem with it is it went to 4 minutes 45 seconds. So we had a whole 2.5 minutes of like, why? This is a 3-minute song, or under 3-minute song, and it should have stayed that. If it was under 3 minutes, yay. But because like I even looked at the counter, it's like 2:49. I looked at like, oh, this song's about ending. Oh, it's 2:49, and I looked and saw the indicator. It's like, oh, this song's still halfway over. Like that's a problem. But I was also, as I was, once we got to that point, I started reading a little bit something on the internet that actually was somehow directly related to this, because it's talking about disco in like the disco demolition in '79 was the preview of MAGA.
Yeah.
Like disco was only hated because it was queer, black, and brown, and also because everything got oversaturated, like. An Ethel Merman disco CD?
Yeah, there's an Ethel Merman
There's an
disco
Ethel Merman
CD.
disco.
There's the Anne Margaret disco CD.
There's the Rod Stewart.
Oh, if you want my
God, that sounds terrible. But, so, like you said, it has really good parts. Like, yeah, that Nile Rodgers disco beat, that's a real, what was it, Juicy Chords.
Juicy Chords.
Juicy Chords, but she didn't need to rap either at the end.
I think she tries to rap at the beginning, or she was just talking lyrics. I don't know. Ron Bloom, yay, nay, meh.
99% of the time, I'm going to give a yay because it's Blondie, but totally agree with Mike Chip. I think the last 2 minutes it ironically backfired. But I love Blondie. She walks so that Cardi B could run now. With her rapping style. Overall, thumbs up, yay.
Thumbs up, yay. Now, Janelle Moore, so this song's older than you. Me too, right? Me too. So how'd you feel about Backfire, Debbie Harry?
I'm going to take a page out of your book, ? Because it's 80s. I'm an 80s kid. It speaks to my soul. But at the same time, Backfire just took me back to any time a joke of mine would bomb. Just a literal nightmare. Like halfway through the song, I was like, this is too long, and I'm tired of reliving this moment. That's where I stand with that.
There's as a comedian, I have to remind myself, is like, it's not a question of if you will bomb, it's a question of when.
Facts.
And that happens. And I one time did the comedy club in Alsip. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's skipping me now. But I did 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, killed Friday. First show Saturday went well, and the final show Saturday was pain. I had dealt with an audience that did not like me, did not want to laugh. And I normally do a segment of like Ask the Gay, but I chose not to. Let's just do my 20 minutes instead of 30. Let's do this. So, what's the last time you bombed, if I can ask Janelle?
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm so glad to say it was like when I had just started. But like, just like you, room full of people not having it. They'd much rather be high than listen to me. And it was just like, it's just nonstop. It actually sounded like a bunch of cats just synchronized all together. It was that bad. Like a precursor to being the cat lead. I was like, no, I cannot.
Cannot. Now, we are joined by a late arriving guest. We've got Dana Norris. And now you're going to be part of the Queens of Laughter. And that's on next Friday, right? April 17th, 7 p.m. You will be the host. I see you with a guitar in the flyer, the Ron Bloom production. Do you tell us about yourself, Dana Norris? I'm led to believe you do guitar playing and singing, or do you just hold it as a prop?
No, that'd be fun if it was just like a cute little set piece. No, I do play it. I play guitar and piano. The guitar happens more often because the piano has a lot of pieces to it. So, and
it's easier to carry the guitar.
Well, if I'm just like on the train and then it's just, I get a little bit lazy. So yeah, guitar will happen.
Let's carry a baby grand piano on the.
It's actually a Steinway.
I'm
just kidding.
Let's carry that on the number 66 Chicago bus.
Mm-hmm.
Steinway, she's too good for a Casio keyboard.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah.
So tell us about yourself and what you got going on and how excited are you to host? Because we all recognize Marcela Arguello from Abbott Elementary. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah. So I'm I do music. I do comedy. I write musicals, and I do musical comedy. And I'm hyped to be hosting a Ron show. It'll be really great.
That sounds good. And you mentioned like taking the train to the shows, which is a lot of the dramas we have. And I one time got to headline a show in Albany Park at Nighthawks. And it was a great show. Most white people I've ever seen gathered in Albany Park. But Mikey Chip sat through the show, and he enjoyed it. And then after the show, I followed Mikey Chip to the laundromat, and then we did our laundry.
Oh, good.
From riches to rags.
I'm a big fan of doing laundry with your friends. Seriously, it is a great activity to do with people because you don't have to think very hard. It's kind of mindless, so you can like get a productive thing done while you hang out with someone. I would recommend doing laundry with a buddy 10 out of 10.
I've never really done that. I mean, Mikey Chip and I used to go to the laundromat and always aim to show up at like 6 a.m.
Baby, I fold my socks while watching TV, and you're sitting next to me in the house, so
I feel like it's also a very like with your female friend thing. It's like, hey, you want to come over while I do laundry? Okay, you know what I mean?
Or gay man.
Yeah,
I've done laundry with friends.
Yeah.
So a lot of things backfired this week. Melania Trump held a press conference that she does not know Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. And she again proved that after being here for 30 plus years, her English is great.
I'm just going to say the orange man, the bad orange man, did not know she was going to do this. Mm-hmm. So what's going to drop? Because people are like, oh, they're using this to distract from the Iran war. Like, no, they're not. No, they're not.
I think they're just getting confused.
Like, no, they don't. Well, they're idiots. But it's like everyone assumes ulterior motives when it's just a bunch of idiots running everything. But she's not the same level of idiot as the rest of them. So people are saying, oh, she's dumb. I'm like, no, she's not. She has a plan. I don't know what her plan is, but it's to get her out of this situation.
I think you're exactly on the money about people assuming ulterior motives when it's just a group of stupid people being stoops. Like, I think a lot of the time, like, yes, I do. Malintent does happen in that administration. I do think a lot of the day-to-day is just everyone running around like a chicken with their head cut off, being super confused and stressed and saying dumb shit. And then... Oh, sorry.
Try our best not to curse. It's okay.
Sorry about that.
Dumb brown stuff.
Dumb things, doing dumb things. So, just doing dumb things. And that's what I think happens in there. A lot of stupid things.
I can actually attest to this. I, A, went to an Ivy League school for undergrad, and B, worked at a top 10 school for 10 years. I mean, mind you, I was in the running the copy center, but, I still dealt with the people. The smartest people in the world can be really smart about whatever topic they're smart about, and then stupid about literally everything else. Mm-hmm. Do you know how many lawyers I have had to show what copy and paste means? Or the lawyer I had to argue copyright law that I was also right about, because he would just be, oh, it doesn't matter. Me, I'd get fired if that was found out. So it's like, yeah, no, this actually matters to me, and no, I'm not doing that.
Ken Wilber talks about in his book on integral theory that every human being is unevenly developed. And so, like, of all the different types of intelligence, usually everyone develops one or two of them. So, like, you can have someone who's really smart in one area, really dumb, in quotes, in another. So to your example of a lawyer who they might know a lot about law, they might lack common sense and emotional intelligence and all of that. That goes right along with everything he kind of outlines in that book.
I firmly believe that. Actually, this week I dealt with a dentist who could not spell the word dental. Oh.
I relate.
Because I work for a corporate dental thing, so dental's part of my emails, and he shockingly enough, did spell my real last name correctly, but then it's at the company Dental, and he did not spell dental correct. And then he was like, my email did go through, and it's like, because he didn't spell dental correctly. I don't know. So we're going to our 5:30 song. We learned about this in when we were in Denver, Colorado. We were at Meow Wolf that really played a lot of cool songs.
It was an art installation.
Oh, an installation thing. We'll
afterwards.
talk about it. So we are going back to 2022 for Que4, the Ming Dynasty edit, not the 8-minute long version, by Tiger Bomb featuring Joy Tyson.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680 Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
And that was Que4 Ming Dynasty Edit by Tiger Bomb featuring Joey Tyson from 2022. This gets a big yay for me. It's a dancey, definitely disco influence with some 80s synths tossed in. What does it take to get the feeling? What does it take to get it right? My only possible nitpick is, like, is this meant for a dance floor, or are we in a really cool, fun martini bar? I don't know, like, if I'd be breaking it down on this, or is this a middle song between, like, okay, now you gotta get down and shake it. But I actually like this, and I'm glad I put the bug in Mikey Chip's ear, even though we can't listen to it, because my car does not have Bluetooth. We've got, I want to explore a little bit more of Tiger Bomb. They seem like an interesting DJ, and so I'm going to give it a yay. I liked it. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh?
I enjoyed it, but this is a lounge. This is a lounge song.
This is the martini bar.
Like, yes, which is actually how we discovered it in the martini bar / cocktail bar of the Meow Wolf art exhibit. Because it's a really awesome exhibit, but if you're a little bit on the spectrum, it can get overwhelming, as it very much did for me after about an hour and a half, and I kind of lost it and needed to go sit in a quiet spot. Because it was a lot. We'll talk about that in a minute.
We've got Ron Bloom, yay, nay, meh?
I'm gonna go meh. It was okay. It's got a good funky beat. It just it has like vibes of, hey, here's a new like a car commercial. Like here's our new latest car. You know, it's like a bunch of people going out and they're smiling, they're having a good time.
The new Alante.
Yeah.
Redefining off-road.
So just a meh.
Just a meh. Janelle Moore, yay, nay, meh?
I say yay, because I like that it says Mang Dynasty Edit. I feel like, no, I love it. I feel like I could scare any student with this, because I'm a teacher, by the way. I could scare any student with this, and they'll automatically assume there's going to be a test at the end of the song. They got to take notes. They need to know their history. It is great. Instill the fear in them so they can be respectful. Yay for me.
Yay. Now, are you a history teacher, or what do you teach, if I may ask?
Yeah, this year I am teaching something that is social science. I'm teaching human geography.
Human geography.
Yes.
And what grade is that? High school?
Yes, high school.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to be able to relate to Marcela Arguela when you meet her. She's doing a social worker for elementary kids. I'm joking. I'm excited for your show next Friday. Mikey Chip will do your talk. So human geography, is that how people traveled and transported? And
Yeah, all of those things. So more so things like economics get woven into lessons. Students are learning about things like how, gender kind of impacts your ability to make money, all those things. So it's really nice. It's more about social awareness classes, I like to think of it.
very cool.
Actually, that's almost like the anthropology I took, but for the present instead of the past.
Facts.
I saw a documentary, I think last year, and while I was in Detroit and Mikey wasn't there, and it was basically how when the United States was being formed and the white people were taking over, the native tribes, Native Americans, would travel, migrate, go to different places, and the buffalo was plentiful. So basically Congress, the white people, passed laws to just outright slaughter the buffalo to keep the Native Americans from traveling. And that's why we don't have much buffalo.
These are the people who said better dead than red.
No.
Yeah.
Tatanka.
Yeah.
So Dana Norris, yay nay meh for Que4 Ming Dynasty edit by Tiger Bomb featuring Joy Tyson.
Yeah, I'm going to give this a solid meh. Because here's the thing. Yes, it has a sick beat and a fun vibe. It's the kind of song you only listen to while you're doing another activity. Like, you're not going to sit down and, like, just listen to the incredible lyrics in this song. Like, you're going to go to, like, a shitty, you're going to go to a fashion show, and you're gonna go to, or you're gonna go to a computer bar while a bunch of finance bros are, like on their computers, or a bunch of people are standing around having pseudo-intellectual conversations. Right? This is solely a do a different activity while you listen to this song type of song. You're not here for the song, right?
Tell us how you really feel. Now, we complained that Backfired by Debbie Harry went on too long. There is the original version of this is like 8.5 minutes, and it's less dancey. Is that right, Mikey?
Yes.
Mikey Chip? Okay.
We chose wisely.
Thomas, fun fact. Every time I come here, I'm always thinking that I'm the one who's going to get us canceled by the FCC. Just FYI. I got a terrible potty mouth off the microphone, but thank God, equal opportunity.
It's not just men that can get you canceled. Women can do it too.
Actually, Mike witnessed last time we were in Detroit, and I was dealing with a relative who made things as difficult as possible. And it had been a very long time since I had lost it. And the filth that came out of my mouth. And Mike had it with this particular relative that he's like, oh, look, the back door works.
Walked out the back door, went and sat in the car. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
It was, let's just say the nicest attack was the, I can't. You've lived your whole life saying I can't.
Can't lives on the end of Won't Street.
And that's where we started. So hopefully we'll give me some downers.
Anyway, so the
just tell about Meow Wolf.
Meow Wolf is basically it's in Denver and Vegas. It's a more or less a museum-sized art exhibit that it's hard to describe. The best way that I described it is like you get on an elevator and you're let off at a space station in the movie The Fifth Element. Mm-hmm. And everything that implies. If you've seen a sci-fi movie with a whole bunch of alien characters, like this is their society, where a bunch live together, and there's art exhibits. Like there's a 5-minute movie called Butter. It's about butter. You make a wrong turn into a room, and suddenly you were like a block and a half away, because you just start wandering, and it gets odd.
Wow.
Animals that look like they might be human, but then they have these tentacle type heads. Animals that might be.
They're not real animals. They're
art exhibits, and you can touch and feel, and it's really cool. And there's different artists, and there's different rooms, and you unfortunately, if you're in a wheelchair, I don't recommend going. But it was some really cool stuff, and at some point I got lost a little bit, and I thought I found what was the bathroom, and fingers crossed, I just hope that toilet was broken. But there was there's a lot of cool stuff, and like then you'd end up in some bizarre cave, or you're in a tree house.
Or you turn another route, and then there's a giant glass castle.
Yes.
But it's 5:45.
All right, it's 5:45. I'll recommend everyone come around. This is one of the coolest music videos I've ever seen. But we're going back to 2009 with Depeche Mode. Got #1 on the U.S. dance charts. Wrong.
Wrong. Wrong. Wrong. Wrong. I was born with the wrong sign in the wrong house with the wrong insanity. you to the wrong drug, the wrong scum, missing out the wrong energy, using all the wrong lines and the wrong signs with the wrong intensity. I was on the wrong page of the wrong book, the wrong rendition of the wrong hook, the wrong hook, every wrong line with the wrong two birds and it sounded right. Yeah, wrong.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Que4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
And that was Wrong by Depeche Mode, 2009, U.S. Dance #1. Has a really cool video. I highly recommend checking it out if you like edgy things. The song's atmospheric. I was born at the wrong time in the wrong place. Took the wrong road. Took me the wrong decisions. He's got the wrong genes, not to be confused about Sydney Sweeney, who's got good genes, and Euphoria's coming on tomorrow. The whole song's basically Depeche Mode, creepy self-loathing. And I have to say, yay, this is back to form for me. I thought it was really cool. I think this is one of the coolest videos I've seen. But I think even if I was just listening through the song, obviously this is not get up and dance music, but it's, I'm going to conquer today. Wrong. I'm going to fry this egg perfectly. Wrong. I'll be nice to children. And you're like, never. Never. Anyway, I'm sorry. But this is a yay for me. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh?
In Depeche Mode, yay.
Yay.
Yay. And I do have to say, Dave Gahan got the good British genes. 'Cause he's like the 1% of British men who ages well. Because he's got to be almost 60 by now, or over 60. And like, he looks pretty good.
Right. Yeah, because their kids' show of Let's Play Master and Servant was like 45 years ago.
81. Master and Servant, Speak and Spell, their first album was out in 1981.
So even if he's 18, that still puts him maybe 59.
He's.
Oh, wow. I'm not doing good math now. Anyway, Ron Bloom, yay, nay, meh, wrong.
Oh, I'm gonna go yay. Yeah, I like anything Depeche Mode. They're always different, and that one's got a good beat. I could listen to that again and again. Plus, that video is banging, as the kids say. So.
Janelle Moore, yay, nay, meh.
Yay. Because if you watch that video and you were ever feeling insecure about your driving, that is a self-esteem boost that you need, baby. I was watching that video and I was like, okay, there's no such thing as a DUI in this universe. You are just driving with unjudgment, without issue. That is what the DUI stands for in this universe. It's great. Yay for me.
See, I thought he was more tied up and the car was just going down a hill with neutral set, but I could be wrong. All right. Dana Norris, yay, nay, meh?
It's a yay for me. Just going off of what Janelle said about feeling better about driving. So I drove into a pillar in the Trader Joe's parking garage a couple days ago.
No.
It's fine. There's like a bunch of like red paint on the side of my car. I'm like, I think it just looks cute now. The pillars are like painted red, and now there's like streaks of red in my car. I'm like, my car is just like fun and eccentric. So now, like, yeah, I watched that video and all that bad driving, and I'm like, you know what? My driving's amazing. I do really well in parking garages. And as for the song, it's interesting that your I don't know if it was your hot take was that it was creepy self-loathing.
Yes.
And it didn't hit me so much as of creepy self-loathing, although that is one interp. It more reminded me of like how people say that there's no reason for our generation to exist. Like our parents had us and they didn't really know why, they were just doing it. And it's like, why are we here? Which it felt more to me like less about him personally and more a comment on society. Because you see like everyone around when he's driving backwards who's like looking at him, making creepy eye contact, more felt like we're all in the wrong place, the wrong time. Almost like a Twilight Zone-y feeling. It felt more like, what's the word? More corporate and less like personal.
Very interesting. I didn't think about it that way. But especially carried over from my generation, from my parents, is you were supposed to get married, you were supposed to have kids, you were supposed to have a house. Yep. And a lot of what's happening, starting with the Reagan administration and the lowering of taxes for the rich, which they keep doing, that dreams of getting married, having kids, having a house, a lot of people aren't owning property as our generations are getting older. Mikey and Chip and I are lucky we do own property, and that's because it's coming from his mother.
And it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. It's not with no basement. Like, it's not a big 800 square feet of house. Mm-hmm.
As we move in, and Mikey Chip's like, no, I will not live in the living room. And I'm like, well, I want to take the living room and we'll just make the small bedroom the living room. And he's like, no, that's wrong. And, and then our dreams of living, as we've lived together for almost 12 years this month, at the end of this month, we still dream of having a place with 2 bathrooms. We can't.
I mean, dream big, but don't shoot for the stars.
And he says he's too good for a bucket. I don't.
Yes.
Come on.
I thought about stealing a porta potty and just putting it in the backyard.
There you go.
But yeah, there was a push, and it took me a long time to realize, like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. Yes, I do want to own something resembling property. But it's interesting that I think I have a few years on you, Miss Dana Norris. Now, Janelle Moore, so Peer Pressure is turning 41, coming up soon. Is it the 7th? No, it's not the 17th. It's the
19th.
19th, okay. Sunday. So,
I will just give you this one warning. As your 40s go on, like when I turned 42, 3 weeks later, I suddenly needed bifocals, which are, progressives now, but it's like I couldn't read anything, and it's like it happened real quick. I was like, in 3 weeks, I went from reading a sheet like this to then like, what?
and then the middle age slowdown hits you, and mine hit during COVID. So
and then you
suddenly spending hours on the couch and
then
not moving.
You reach back behind you in your car in a weird position, and then all of a sudden your shoulder cramps or spasms, and you're in pain for 3 days.
I tend to play the game body part roulette in the morning. In the morning when you get up and you give that nice stretch, you figure out after that stretch one part of your body's going to be hurting for no reason. Like you try to figure out, what did I do yesterday? Nothing. It's just, that's your body's reminder.
After moving my mother and uncle to Detroit, we had can we walk? We're going to be getting up today. Are we
Mind
moving?
you, we paid for movers. Like, we didn't actually do any of the moving because, no. I'm too old for that. It hurts. But still, standing for hours and, like, supervising / like, talking on the phone for an hour to arrange other things, it's like...
Why do my thighs hurt? Why won't this woman stop complaining?
Why did the next night I'm gonna get 6 hours of sleep and my body, like, that's usually good enough for me. Yeah, I slept in.
Mikey Chip got to, because we haven't fully moved into our Detroit house yet, so we're sleeping in separate rooms, just like our great president and the First Lady. But my grasp of English is stronger and he has better hair. But my night terrors were so bad that at some point Mikey Chip had to get up and use the restroom and just heard screaming, and it's like, oh, Thomas is having a night terror. And in my night terror, I went to an office party that I didn't want to go to because I don't like my coworkers. And then there was some kind of zombie invasion. And my night terror is so bad that I was reaching up to grab a ladder in the dream, but my hands kept going through everything until finally they banged into the wall and I woke up realizing I was kicking my hands and feet while I was sleeping, which... Well, thankfully, I did not hit mine.
Whenever we go on vacation, it's really entertaining because we'll have friends like scared, like what's going on? And it's like, and I'm just like halfway awake. I'm like, oh, just wake up. You're having night terrors. Yeah. And I go right back to sleep because I'm expecting them.
So it was Easter this week, and our great president cursed Iran, blames Biden.
It's very Christ-like of him.
They were going to obliterate Iran, but then there was a ceasefire. A whole civilization will die tonight, which apparently it is hard to prove genocide. Like, it really takes some work to prove genocide. And then there was a 2-week ceasefire that then led with Israel still bombing Iran and Iran still bombing everyone. It's like,
there was nothing.
Ceasefire?
There was no ceasefire because it was never written down. It was just him doing a bunch of dementia tweets because he has no idea what he's actually going on in the world. And
do we sleep a lot safer tonight?
I think within 2 weeks he's gonna do something, like as in like go out and to present to the public like completely naked because he's at that point of dementia, or like
it's
walk out,
art.
pull his pants down, and poop on the stage in front of everyone. That like I think we're getting real close to like, because every person I know who has like my mom used to do psychiatric social work, so she's dealt with dementia patients. They get bad. He's at that they get bad point.
Now apparently Pete Hegseth, I thought it was toilet humor, but he gave a speech and he had apparently eaten Taco Bell that day, so there was a sound that everyone recognized. Like, oh.
Okay, it's
all right.
It's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
I just can't decide if you shall have or not my flat. You just want to live right here without me and my cat. But I'm born to raise hell. Yes, I'm born to raise hell. You just want to drive my car far away from here. Leave me out there with my cat, drive home and have a beer. But I'm born to raise hell. Yes, I'm born to raise hell. I just can't decide if you shall have or not my flat. You just want to live right here without me and my cat. But I'm born to raise hell. You just want to drive my car far away from here. Leave me out there with my cat, drive home and have a beer. But I'm born to raise hell. Yes, I'm born to raise hell.
It is Saturday, April 11th, 2026, and you are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio, AM 1680, Q4.org. I am your host, Thomas Bottoms, bringing you a show with no budget, no future, no morals, aiming low for success. Hello, everyone.
Is there a show?
We're halfway there.
Success!
Yay! I will be performing at Second City the last Saturday in June with the Straight with Pride show, along with Steven Springer. He's straight, I'm not. He asked for my headshot. I accidentally sent him a link to Pornhub, but now I knew what he really wanted. we have a website, bottoms with an S, bottomsofthebarrel.com. And if you click on the click here, it'll take you to our YouTube page where you can listen to previous episodes and also see some beautiful scenery of the United States. Last week's episode, our April Fool's episode, actually had me driving from, I think it was Nashville to St. Louis. Not to be confused the time where I drove from Asheville to Nashville, and as soon as you enter Kentucky, there's a giant Confederate flag waving.
This is that drive.
Oh, that is that drive.
That is that drive.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Now, I'm joined with my partner in crime, Mikey Chip. How are you doing?
I'm here. I'm good.
Now, you got Incorporated Kids Incorporated KIDS.
Well, yes, my photography business is now a real business, and I have to deal with accounting.
Keep the
That's
numbers
why.
mounted.
That's
Your
why
account knows accounting.
That's why I had to hire somebody to do that because I was an art major. I don't know numbers. They are just random things that are on a keyboard. I don't know what those do.
All right. And we're going to change our rotation a little bit, give the ladies a first chance. But Ron Bloom, one of our guests, Dana Norris, you are going to be the host for the Queens of Laughter next Friday, April 17th at 7 p.m. And Ron Bloom, we'll see if we have actual viewers. There is a code of Queens, Queens. Now, you wrote this in all caps. Does it have to be all caps?
Yes.
All caps. I'm going to make a note because I want to check that on out. And you will be the host, and the headliner is Marcela Arguello, who is it Arguello or Arguello? Arguello, thank you. As seen as on Abbott Elementary, she is the school psychologist, therapist who doesn't like talking to the members of Abbott Elementary and closes her door on them. Yep. She's on Poker Face HBO Max, Marcela Arguello, and guests featuring Breadcrumbs, Janelle Moore sitting right there next to you. We'll get to you. And Tina Yokohana and Emily Ogle, who I performed with last June at Comedyplex. I was the host. Awesome. She do like her marijuana, but
spot on.
And suddenly I felt like, hopefully not as bad as Milton Berle on Saturday Night Live. But I'm like, I got some years on you young gay youths. Like, when I was gay, and that meant they could throw things at me, and straight men would follow me to my car. It's like, you don't have those fears no more. You don't. Boys Don't Cry was my life. Longtime companion. So, Dana Norris, tell us about yourself, how you're excited to host, what else you got going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to host Ron's show. Gonna do some of my newer songs, and that'll be really, really fun. I've cranked out quite a few new comedy songs recently, so I'm starting to push them into my shows more.
Now, I'm curious. Can you give an example? Like a couple of weeks ago, because he made the news, Afro Man and Lemon Pound Cake. Mm-hmm. What are your comedy songs about?
They cover a variety of different topics. One that I've been doing recently was inspired by The Sound of Music. And the lessons it taught me, and the lesson I learned from Sound of Music is that sometimes the will of God is that I steal your man. That is what the entire movie is about, and I will fight anyone who disagrees with me. That's what I've been doing. I have another song I've been doing called Dream Big, and that's about just exactly what I talked about, dreaming big. So I present different things like it's, and I really wrote it for men. Like an example in the song is I say, I bet you could watch the Wicked movie with your wife and you wouldn't even turn trans. Dream big. And, so it's that song I wrote it to be kind of empowering, help people kind of reach their highest potential, shoot for the stars, all that. So those are some of the songs I've been working on. Very
fabulous. I'm a big fan of other women love ballads, like my favorite Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You, Millie Jackson, If Loving You Is Right, I Don't Want to Be Wrong. And then there's Edith Wilson of He May Be Your Man, but he comes to see me sometimes. Now, Dana Norris, how can people find you on the interwebs?
Well, there is a obscenity in part of one of my handles, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I will spell it out.
Spell it.
So it's at Dana Norris Kicks ASS, and that's.
Oh, you can say ass.
Okay, cool. So that's.
Ass and titties. Ass and titties.
Love that. That's on Insta and on TikTok as well. So that's where I post about musicals that I'm working on and also a lot of my stand-up.
Very cool. And Janelle Moore, our other guest, she will be with you on April 17th at the Queens of Laughter. I forgot to say that's at My Buddies. You can RSVP at www.mybuddieschicago.com, 4416 North Clark Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60640. I used to have that zip code. I miss it. And to get free tickets, the code is Queens, all caps, QUEENS, because he's not open to QWEENS.
Okay, now you're going to confuse me.
I'm being a jerk. So Janelle Moore, you've got that coming up. You also host the Comedy Space at the Crib every third Sunday?
Yep, that's correct. Classic Clackles Comedy Workshop. So if you like what you hear at the show, you come on and work out some bits and stuff like that. Get funny yourself or learn to laugh at life. That's what I do, so I don't off myself. See, saving lives and all that. Yeah, and also doing a Father's Day show at the same spot. So yeah.
Very cool. And Father's Day is going to be in June, and then the Crib is 2715 with Madison, and that's the Sunday, April 19th. What time does that start?
It's gonna start at 3
p.m. So you can still get to bed on time. So between church.
That's right. And praying that your stuff work out.
All right. So I now know I can go to church where I can kneel and praise him, and Father, put it on my tongue. I want that spirit in me. I can then go to your comedy, and then I can go Steamworks where I can continue kneeling all day.
Facts.
And you're going to do your observational humor. And do you have a website? How can people find you?
Yeah. You can
Not FBI. I just want.
Oh, I'm black. I'll never do that. I know better. I know my history. No, you can follow me on IG at Janelle Moore. That's GINNEL. And, well, Moore is spelled like any other Moore.
Moore.
Yep.
All right. And then Ron Bloom, you got these two ladies here. You got these shows put together. You produced the Queens of Laughter for the April 17th. And you're also producing the Wednesday Night Comedy Showdown, hosted by Breadcrumbs, who unfortunately couldn't be here. But the show is on April 29th, 9 p.m. again at My Buddies. RSVP at www.mybuddieschicago.com. And this is Team Cat Lady versus Team Dog People. Cat, I'll let you carry this. I spoke too much last hour.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a monthly show last Wednesday of every month. Just FYI, Queens of Laughter. If you go on the website, the price is $15 on the website, $20 if at the door. But if you use that code that Thomas said, Queens all cap, then you get free tickets for that. But yeah, the Wednesday night comedy show, go through the website. It's $12 through the website, $15 at the door. But that's a monthly show, and we'll get into that a little bit later. So.
And that's Team Cat Lady with Kat Diaz and Rachel Marsh versus Team Dog People, Tony Castro and Christian Henningsmeyer.
Yeah, it just happened to divvy up into male versus female, but you know. And then
there's kitty versus dog. Okay. Now, quickly round. Cat person, dog person, then we'll get to our cover wars. Cat person.
Mostly cat, but I'm not opposed to dogs.
Dog.
Cat person.
I just think animals are underwhelming.
Non-animal person. Thank you. We are doing our cover wars in honor of Artemis 2. They came back. Everyone came back alive. It seems healthy. I'm so excited. So we had to do a pseudo cover wars. We're going back to 1969 original release. Only got to number 124 on Billboard. And then it re-released in 1973. Got to number 15. We're obviously doing Space Oddity by David Bowie. And then there was a callback song in 1983. Major Tom Coming Home by Peter Schelling. Number 14 on Billboard. Space Oddity versus Major Tom.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today, for here am I sitting in a tin can.
is waiting, all systems are go. Are you sure? Control is not convinced, but the computer has the evidence. No need to report. The countdown starts. What not responding. Hello, Major Tom. Are you receiving? Turn the thrusters on. We're standing by. There's no reply. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling across the stratosphere, a final message. Give my wife my love, then nothing more. Far beneath the ship, the world is mourning. They don't realize he's alive. No one understands, but Major Tom sees how the light commands. This is my home. I'm coming home. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, coming home. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, coming home. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless,
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
And that was our pseudo cover wars. We have Space Oddity by David Bowie, 1969, 1973, Billboard 124 and number 15. Bowie was obviously way, way ahead of his time, but this song is a classic. It's a big yay. My dad even liked it at some point. He was like, what's that Ground Control to Major Tom song? It was like Space Oddity, which maybe if he had named the song Ground Control to Major Tom, he would have had more sales. And it talks about a space mission, the isolation in space. Also followed by Rocket Man by Elton John, that maybe exploring space has some dangers and it may not be a good thing to do. But David Bowie himself was very influential, that sometimes when they list artists, one person actually said, like, David Bowie's the original and everyone's doing Bowie drag. I'm not sure I'm going to believe that, but his musical influence, his style influence, it's indisputable. So then in 1983, Billboard number 14 hit, charting higher than Space Oddity. We've got Major Tom by Coming Home by Peter Schelling. There's an English and German version, and Mikey Chip. Again, I think our devices listen to us because I'm like, hey, do you want to do this cover wars or this cover wars? And Mikey Chip said this one. And suddenly we're listening to the German version on the way here.
All right. I'm just going to add that I actually like the German version more. So I have played the German version on my iTunes a lot over the past 20 years that I've had iTunes. So it's not that weird. And I listen to a lot of German language music. It's not that weird that that's popping up in my...
Didn't I introduce you to this song? Who was you listening to it 20 years ago?
I definitely heard this song before you. I knew you.
Oh, tell me all about what you knew before me.
Okay, you know how many musicians I am friends with, so don't even play.
So I'm also giving a yay to Major Tom Coming Home by Peter Schelling. It's 80s synth rock. I think the chorus is a little bit smoother, but it's just a sign of the time. almost wondering if Space Oddity has a chorus. I'd have to look at the lyrics, but it's a yay for both songs. But I guess if I have Sophie's choice, it's Space Oddity by David Bowie. Thank God we don't live in Sophie's choice. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh.
I like both, but I do prefer the Peter Schilling actually a little bit more because I like New Wave more than David Bowie.
That's fine.
But I will say I have a weirdly specific memory about the song Space Oddity. I used to work Xerox, used to run a copy center, more or less, for some specific clients, but it was out in Des Plaines. And as things were going downhill there, I was in the media center where we processed everything before it went out on the floor. One of the guys in the office decided that the guy who ran the place was named Tom, and he was an idiot. So he played this over the PA system.
Major Tom.
Haha, you're an idiot.
All right.
But it's a weirdly specific memory to this song. But it's but I've been involved. I wasn't directly involved in the office shenanigans with this song.
All right. Then we've got Dana Norris. Now, you've been here before, and I thought you looked familiar. You were here for the Act of Faith show, which is on Prime and Tubi. Mm-hmm. So I need to look it up because prior to you getting here, I was talking about watching the Poly Experience on Tubi, kind of dating show on from Detroit. And as Mikey said, like he's not upset about hood nonsense or Detroit, but this was ratchet. So thank you for coming back, Dana Norris. Now, how'd you feel about Space Oddity versus Major Tom?
I really, really liked both of them. They're similar thematically. As a personal preference, I liked the one by Peter Schilling more, only because I personally like beats that just go really hard. It feels, and again, this is just my subjective feel on it, it feels a little bit more optimistic musically, but the lyrics are equally eerie to the Bowie one. And when it seems like, so I'm just going to ramble a little bit. I hope this is okay.
Please.
Peter Schilling, it seems like when I look at his other songs, like Terra Titanic, he's very fixated on this sense of like existential hopelessness. And like when I actually like the German version of Terra Titanic, but I like the lyrics a little bit better than the ones that got translated. But
I would say the lyrics that they translate, it's like, that's a little deeper than your translations.
Yeah, the German lyrics, I'm like, that's a better lyric than what we got in English. But I really like this sort of, and there's a lot of 80s artists that are struggling with the existential threats of technology, which is why I really like them, because I'm like, oh, this feels familiar. Pull up the trees and put up a parking lot. I'm like, I get this. So it weirdly brings me comfort listening to people struggling with this in the 80s, because I know I'm not the first person to struggle with this. So like they were battling with their fear of like technology and robots and like, is the world going to end? And it makes me feel like a little bit less alone, knowing that people were having a hard time with this before I was born. Anyway, that's my long ramble.
The Red Scare, the Cold War, the nuclear reactor. One of my favorite movies, Looker, where they began to download models to then sell their products, and now we have AI, and suddenly AI is really entering the adult industry, which is always a sign of because Beta and VHS came out at the same time. Beta refused to embrace the adult industry, even though they had a better product. VHS did, and people bought VHS tapes and VHS players, VCRs. So it's scary to think where things are going. On that note, hey, Janelle Moore, are you happy? No. Yay, nay, meh. Space Oddity to Major Tom.
I'm going to have to go with Major Tom. Peter Schilling definitely took it, and only because I didn't go deep like Dana, though. No, like yours is so beautiful, and I'm about to just be foul and totally disgusting. But I feel like Peter Schilling was just giving a specific set of directions on how to do stuff right. Like, it could not be more clear with that standby line. It's like, baby, if you hear that, you need to step your game up. You slacking and you messing up. The whole song song, just you will have the most out of this world experience, literally. You follow all those instructions with your partner. I think that is hilarious. I'm just like, okay. And then he's so considerate. He even does it in German. He's trying to go international. He's thinking about everybody, not just the U.S. of A. So yes, Peter Schilling all the way.
And how would you rate David Bowie? Yay, nay, meh?
He's a yay too. I'm doing
You
cartwheels for
prefer
Major
Peter
Tom.
Schilling,
Yep.
yeah. We like the pop sound. It's fine.
Yep.
Now, Ron Bloom, yay, nay, meh?
I have to give a double yay for both versions. I lean towards, if I had to choose one, I got to go David Bowie. I remember, I think I was like 12 years of age back in, 1983. MTV was my stuff. I do remember this. And, I remember the German version as well. And even I don't know if you remember the 99 Luftballons.
Yes, by Nena.
The German version was better even in the U.S. than the Americanized version.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked both of those, and I got to give a shout out. Growing up, my buddy, he's listening back home. Paul Doherty, he was he was there back in the days. But that's definitely gonna go Bowie.
Die aktuelle originale Version war die deutsche Version.
Gesundheit.
The original version was the German version.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they actually translated it into English.
Oh, okay.
Peter Schilling.
Yeah.
And
Pizza.
uniquely enough, Nena's 99 Luftballons is about the Cold War and nuclear war, where there's a peace rally and they release a lot of balloons, and someone sees the balloons suddenly showing up on their radar, so they bomb everything.
Well, it's like no, and the lyric is the general thinks that is told that they're attacking,
Yeah.
so release the Fliegerbombers, the bombers.
There's a cover that Sleeping at Last did of that song, and it's very quiet and very intimate, like on an acoustic piano. A very different vibe than the OG, but I would recommend it 10 out of 10 if you want a little bit of a tear-jerking version of that song.
All right. And what band is this?
It's a cover by Sleeping at Last.
Sleeping at Last. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll need to look into that. So we're continuing our Rolling Stones singers, and we've got into number 93, Stevie Nicks. We had a guest many years ago who almost ended up on Oprah to meet Stevie Nicks. Huge Stevie Nicks fan. And when I say huge, I'm like, no, his walls there was a room dedicated to Stevie Nicks posters. When I was one time...
The room was his bedroom when I knew him.
When I stayed one time at a friend's place and saw there was a Stevie Nicks prayer candle, I had to remember this gentleman and think, do I like these friends enough, or do I leave with this candle? I took a photo. I made them aware they exist, and instantly this man's husband text me like, hey, where'd you find it? Why didn't you buy it? It's like, it was in someone's house. I thought about stealing it. I really did.
What's the address?
And then I Googled, and he chose a different image for Stevie, and the prayer candle was delivered. Unfortunately, this Stevie Nicks fan, he passed away about a month ago. May he rest in peace. Been a good friend to Mikey, Chip. They were incredibly close for decades because they met in preschool. And we've played Stevie Nicks already, and we're going to go ahead and honor her, even though there was Buckley and Nicks. Stevie Nicks has a long career, but this was the song that kind of broke the band and broke her through, going all the way to 1976, got to number 11 on Billboard. I guess that was a tough reek, competing against Captain Tennille. Here we have Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac, I believe written by Stevie Nicks, and she's definitely the lead singer.
Well, you lie.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Que4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
And that was the Billboard number 11 hit in 1976, which is actually a shockingly great year for music. We have Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac with Stevie Nicks on lead vocal. Rolling Stone's best singer of all time, number 93. I'm not going to argue with that rating. Might want to push her a little higher, but distinctive voice, distinctive style, separated herself. She's an artist. This song itself is a huge yay. I could not find out if Stevie Nicks wrote this or if someone else did. That's obviously Lindsey Buckingham on guitar. It has a very moody keyboard. She's like a cat in the darkness, and she is the darkness. It describes a woman, Rhiannon, in case you didn't catch her name, but I don't think Stevie Nicks says Rhiannon. I think it's just the backup singers. Will You Ever Win? And it's a woman you can't explain, and she might be a little bit witchy, which kind of tapped into a lot of what the women's lib was in the 70s, that Stevie Nicks was her own person. She was her own identity. While she did love Lindsey Buckingham, gotta give her credit that whenever he ticked her off, she'd write a new song and sing it in front of him while glaring at him.
Sometimes made him play along.
Yes, like Silver Spring, like time cast its spell on you, but you won't forget me. Yeah, she and the reason she launched her solo career in the 80s is that she wanted more than 1 or 2 tracks on a Fleetwood Mac album, and she became a very successful solo artist. They interwove together. Incredibly talented woman, and this song is a yay. And again, with women's lib, 76, we have ultra glamorous Diana Ross, we have Stevie Nicks, the witchy woman, Olivia Newton-John, the sweet girl from down under. Women were becoming more prominent, and then by the end of the 80s, of course, Madonna, Janet Jackson, all the other women, it's like now fast forward X amount of years is like huge amount of women on the charts isn't shocking. It's everything. And Stevie Nicks is a musician and an artist, and the friend Jim Trujowski, I always mispronounce his name. Truzowski. Ski. The Trukowski. May he rest in peace, and we hope to find his Stevie Nicks episode so deep into her, and it's really provides some appreciation. So yay, all above. Mikey Chip, you okay, or hit the others?
I'm good.
Okay.
It's been a month. I only teared up this time. I didn't ugly cry. So we're doing better. Of course, it's a yay. I was just going to say a story about this from Jim. He got to see her play this live. It was the late 80s. I don't know exactly when, early 90s. Anywho, hot summer day. She played this song, and then the thunderstorm started. Well, at the end of this song, it was like one of those dramatic moments that, and it was an outdoor concert thing, so it cooled everything off and But
she summoned the darkness. She summoned the rain.
Yes.
There's some truth to that with the witchcraft. Now, Dana Norris, I don't know if you participate in witchcraft, but yay, nay, meh.
I can't, everybody assumes I'm like deep into witchcraft. I don't know what it is about. I've had so many people be like, I just assumed you did witchcraft. I'm like, everyone does. I've been around enough people that do to know it's just kind of not my vibe. And like, if I'm being honest, witchcraft has gotten so basic the past like 5 years with witch talk and everything. I'm like, I might as well just be like wearing Ugg boots. You know what I mean? Like wearing Ugg boots and like, you know what I mean? Every single woman I know with no personality is like, I'm manifesting. I'm like, okay, sure you are. Okay, Heather.
I read tarot cards, and I've always had to warn people when I read them for them. It's like, I will see things.
Mm-hmm.
I will find things. Like, something will happen. And there's always the one like, I'll put that one card. You're going to get married. You're going to have child. That's what the card says. It's like, no, we put down 3, and like the present was the tower, and it was one of those like, something happened. And he was like, what? I was like, something really happened. And then he's like, yeah, my partner passed away 2 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah, something's upheaving your life. Something is coming, and yeah.
I think there's definite, like, it's not that there's no merit to it or no validity to things like tarot or witchcraft or religion, whatever. I think they're just supposed to be in moderation, and you shouldn't take it that seriously.
Moderation in their guideposts.
Yes.
There's
like, these are
guideposts.
archetypes. Like, you have the Tower of whatever. I'm like, these are archetypal symbols, like in Greek mythology or whatever. Don't take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Like when I did a secondary reading for him and the tower showed up again, but it was like, how will people react? And 2 queens showed up. And basically it was, you are going through a lot of pain. They don't understand your pain.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hold it against them. Don't punish them. You're going through a lot. They are there to support you, but be aware they just can't comprehend.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sorry, Rhiannon. Yay, nay, meh.
Yay, nay, meh.
Yes, yay for me.
Yay for
I
you.
like the song. I thought it was interesting that she uses all these, like, one, I just love the music and the vibe and all that. But she uses all these, like, bird metaphors, but then there's one line where she talks about, like, she's like a cat in the darkness, then she's two is the darkness, and she rules her life like a fine skylark. And I'm like, that was not an accident, that it's like she's a cat, and then, like, a couple lyrics later, she's a skylark. Like, she's the person being chased and the person who's doing the chasing. I'm like, I don't know. Stevie just has a lot going on in this song. She's a wild lady.
She can't be explained. She's Rhiannon.
Yeah, she's Rhiannon. She's Rhiannon. So I liked it. It was a bop.
Now Janelle Moore, yay, nay, meh.
Yay. I mean, I like that it kind of just took you on a journey. That's definitely what was giving me, like, a really nice psychedelic trip. And I'm just like, where's my gummies at? That's all I was thinking. When I was listening to this song, I was like, I need them right now.
I will add the only caveat that this song was written under a large amount of cocaine.
As it should
Yeah.
be. As it should be.
If you get a chance to see her perform this live, and she's done a couple lines, like Stevie
She
Nicks
doesn't do those anymore.
just starts screaming and howling at the end with her shawl flowing behind her, like she is that skylark, and she's going to peck out your eyes. Like, I highly recommend look at a live version of this. Now, Ron Bloom, yay, nay, meh?
Oh, big yay. Yeah, I love Stevie Nicks. I love it. That very deep stuff. I grew up next to Salem, Massachusetts, so yeah, it's kind of, fun fact, they still have witches in Salem. No, they do. They all hang around the beach now because they're sandwiches. Had to get one dad joke in there.
Love that.
But yeah, I loved it. I love
All right.
anything Fleetwood Mac, anything Stevie Nicks, so double yay.
Very cool. Now, for some reason, I fell into a Joan Crawford rabbit hole that Mikey Chip prefers versus Jerry Springer are cheaters. So I rewatched Mildred Pierce, the 1945 movie with Joan Crawford. She won the best Oscar. She deserved it. I did ask if Joan Crawford was a better actress than another person who's tried acting to Mikey Chip, and he kind of gave me a look like, why you ask something stupid? Why are you being silly? So I watched Mildred Pierce again. I highly recommend it. Great film noir. And then Sonic Youth off their pop album Goo. Yes, this is their pop album. In 1990 has a song called Mildred Pierce.
Mildred Pierce.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680 Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
And that was Sonic Youth off their 1990 album, Goo. Yes, this is their pop album. Mildred Pierce, I have to say, it's a great guitar rhythm. And then everything, keep the door open. Everything crashes and people are screaming, which seems odd because I don't think there's a lot of car crashes in Mildred Pierce, but there's emotional crashes. As a 2-minute rhythm, it's fine. It's good. This is one of the more influential albums of my youth. I still need to read Kim Gordon's from Sonic Youth. I need to read her biography, but she's I like this. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh.
We don't have a lot of music in common, but this is the one we do. Because, late 80s New York art punk. That's a common thing. But I love this. This was my teenage angst album. Like, I was 15 putting this on the CD, listening to this and Smashing Pumpkins because I was unique.
Lots of teenage angst. Mikey Chip, you and I actually own the poster for the album cover, which is based off two Bretts who went out and killed children. And it's, I stole my sister's boyfriend. It was all whirlwind, heat, and flash. Within a week, we killed my parents and hit the road. My father, when I moved in to take care of him 2 decades ago because he had major back surgery, and I had this poster, so I hung it up on display, but it was like prominently displayed, and he's like, can we please put it so I don't walk up the stairs and seeing an image about people killing their parents? And I'm like, okay, but it's still heavily on display in our current apartment, and once we get our entertainment room, you okay if it's heavily displayed?
Oh, yeah, why
of
would
course, duh. All right, so
we have 2 copies of this CD because we both
bought it. Yes. Now, Ron Bloom, yay, nay, meh to Mildred Pierce by Sonic Youth.
I'm gonna give it a yay. I liked about 95%. The screaming at the end, the last, that is who they are. But yeah, I liked it all the way through, and then the screaming at the end, I could have done without. But yeah, it's great rhythm, great guitar. Yeah, I like it. It a lot.
Something that always took me by surprise, because again, Goo came out in 1990, and for some reason, the Geffen Records thought with Nirvana coming out and Pearl Jam, like, oh, Sonic Youth can go mainstream, and they try to make them go mainstream on the Dirty album, and then try to make them go mainstream on the Jet Set Crash No Star or something with Bull in the Heather, and it's like
they are a New York art punk band. They will never be pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, teenagers in Middle America will not be listening to this unless they're depressed like me. Now, Janelle Moore, how'd you feel about Mildred Pierce?
It's a yay for me. I appreciated the whole emo vibe going on with the song, and the screaming at the end was comforting as a parent. It's just like, yes, that's exactly how I feel when I'm around children for entirely too long, and they feel the same way about me, because then they're also doing the screaming. We're all screaming in agony, one off ourselves. So yeah, it was.
Now, I was reminded to rewatch Mildred Pierce, because since we now have 5 cats, and there was a fight in the middle of the night, and I instantly ran to the cat who was not involved with it, Maki, but her front claws are declawed, and I worried about her. And I held her, and I said, oh, Maki, I love you so much. I'm so glad you're safe, which actually happens in Mildred Pierce, that her youngest daughter dies, but she holds her older daughter, saying how much she loves her older daughter, and so glad she's okay. And then people are like, that's creepy. I was like, that's the book. Anyway, Dana Norris, yay, nay, meh?
Yay.
Yay.
I like creepy stuffs, and I was a depressed teenager in the Midwest 15 years ago. So I If I knew this song existed when I was 15, I would have been jamming with this for sure.
Very cool. Anyone seen Mildred Pierce, the Joan Crawford, or Kate Winslet versions? Okay, we're moving on. Now, I'm going to let your producer speak. Give him his space. You are producing shows coming up with both of these comedians, Dana Norris and Janelle Moore, involved. Tell us what's going on.
All right, so excited. Queens of Laughter at My Buddies on the 17th of April, next Friday, 7 p.m. Go to www.mybuddychicago.com. On the website, it's $15. It's $20 at the door. But we have the amazing Marcella Aguayo, known for Abbott Elementary, Poker Face, HBO Max. Her comedy special is called Bitch Grow Up. Yeah, so it's amazing on HBO Max. Even if you don't show up but you should. But definitely watch that. The amazing Dana Norris is hosting. We got Tina Yokhana, Emily Ogle, both staples in the Chicago comedy scene. We got the amazing Breadcrumbs. She's going to be Rookie of the Year. We got my partner in crime over here, Janelle Moore. She's going to be doing a guest spot. Then on the 29th, we have our monthly Wednesday night comedy showdown, 9 p.m. Tickets, again, through www.mybuddychicago.com. It's going to be amazing. You can see both lineups on the website. So.
And that's Team Cat Lady versus Team Dog People. Raise your hand if you cat.
They can't see it. We're
okay. We're not equally divided, but here we are. Janelle Moore, you will be performing on next Friday, April 17th at My Buddies. What else is going on? How can people... Oh, yeah, you've got your show Sunday, April 19th, your birthday. What else is going on? Tell us.
Yeah, come on out for that writer's workshop. It's at the Crib Comedy Play Space. That's 2715 West Madison. So yeah, come on through, have a couple of drinks, get inspired. Also doing a Father's Day show in June, so check that out. It's also at the Crib Comedy Play Space.
And your show on Sunday, April 19th is at 3 p.m. Leave the club kind of early because I got to go to work. Now, Dana Norris, thank you so much for coming back. You were here ages ago for Act of Faith, which is currently on Prime and Tubi. You're the main songwriter. I see you with your guitar. You're at Queens of Laughter on April 17th. What else is going on?
Hi. So I have to say I'm one of the songwriters in the show, just to be fair. There's two other writers. I would love
I don't know that,
I would love to take credit for all three of them. I ethically can't. There are several songwriters in the show. But yes, so I'm on Queens of Laughter. And that's going to be really, really fun. I'm going to be hosting that. I also have a musical comedy show at Laugh Factory on the 16th, and that'll be all music too.
Very exciting.
But you should. But more importantly, is Ron's show. Don't like you. That's the one
Ron
you gotta
show, April 17th.
Yep.
And I am performing at Second City the last Saturday in June for the Straight with Pride with Steven Springer show. He had to emphasize he is straight, and we'll see how that goes. Now
he
to
thinks
the
he
apologies.
protests too hard.
Protest all he want. I don't want.
You're overstating, pontificating the meaning of your life, my friend. I'll tell you one thing, but not for nothing. We're all waiting for the world end.
This has been Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio, AM 1680, Q4.org. I have been your host, Thomas Bottoms, my partner in crime, Mikey Chip. Thank you so much, Ron Bloom, for coming back. Thank you so much for bringing Janelle Moore. And Dana Morris, thank you so much coming back. And it's good to see you're in so many other projects. Good for you. I want to work with you. Let me sing. This episode, we listened to Backfired by Debbie Harry. So many things backfired, which led to 2 question marks, a yay and a meh. Followed by Que4 Mang Dynasty Edit by Tiger Bomb featuring Joy Tyson. 3 yays, 2 mehs. We then listened to Wrong by Depeche Mode. We all loved it. Followed by our Cover Wars, Space Oddity versus Major Tom, David Bowie versus Peter Schilling. We all love both songs. 2 preferred Bowie, 3 preferred Schilling. That means you're pop divas. We then listened to Rihanna by Fleetwood Mac because Stevie Nicks is Rolling Stones number 93, best singers of all time. No arguments there, and we all love the song. Followed by Mildred Pierce by Sonic Youth 1990. Watch 1940s film noir to feel better. We all loved it. We apologize for Johns. Some call them dates. It's only if money exchanges hands. We apologize for bad acne. Oh, I had a zit once. Thank you. They called me Pimple Face. They called me Freddy Krueger. And not just because of the gay film. We apologize for the poly experience. I'm not sure I can sit through that anymore because someone's going to show hoo-ha. We apologize for Detroit Ratchet, which is different than regular Ratchet because you will leave with a limp. We apologize for the Casio keyboard. Not good for Debbie Gibson, not good for taking on the train. We apologize for ulterior motives of stupid people. Welcome to America and our leaders. We apologize for not here for the song. We're here for the drink. We apologize for being nice to children. God bless you. We apologize for playing the German version. Spanish was not popular yet. We apologize for what happened before you knew me, the drama. Great movie. Mikey Chippen saw it. And apparently not doing the action is as bad as doing the action. And we apologize for a space adventure. If you follow instruction, you'll get further and in 2 languages. This has been Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio, AM 680, Q4.org. Our website is bottoms, with an S, bottomsofthebarrel.com. Thank you so much, Ron Bloom, Janelle Moore, Dana Morris. Thank you so much, Mikey Chip. We don't know where life is taking us, but we'll be back in a few weeks. And next time you leave your house, be a decent person. Bye!
Bye!
Bye.